It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Middle. 13.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that runs up going for 38.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here are the Texans now with a long field ahead. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and 2nd overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball on both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again, because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A give up the middle to Singletary. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. We've got an injured player, and that's running back Devin Singletary, who's in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now it's the former Badger, Dare Ogunbowale. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They run here with Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Singletary again. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Texans are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. Here they force the turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Hey, middle.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney wants a member of these Texans there on the stop. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the give, this is Singletary. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Stroud on 3rd down now. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Jackson going to keep it running right. Probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Hundley looks to throw. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
That's good for another Baltimore Raven.
Here's Huntley. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The second down throw now from Stroud. This ball caught by Mechie. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Singletary will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Returning it, Justice Hill. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A swing pass here to Edwards. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd down. Here's Huntley now. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
19 tight.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here. We now proceed to the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And taken right on the 30. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
And both sides searching for adjustments. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this returnable for Sims. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense taking over again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Right back to Singletary on second down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to it. Find him. Find him.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start with the option. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball.
And caught it up, and the Texans scoop it. There he goes, left side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
To throw, Huntley. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw here, Huntley. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Huntley. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, him to the ground. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Jordan Stout in punt formation for the Ravens.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's King. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Stroud. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A 3-yard pickup.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 180 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. 5 yards gets them back near the original line of scrimmage, as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 62 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Stroud now on second down. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
Complete to Nico Collins.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 24-17. A minute 51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Fights him off. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. A little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid game. That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Connecting with Hill. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Here comes second down. Here's Jackson. Pass complete. It's likely. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure?